Hey beautiful people, it's Brianna and
Silly.
welcome back to the Black Girl Space. Woo! We are so excited to have you here with us. This podcast is all about real talk, real life, and everything in between. Especially from the perspective of two young black girls. Figure out life as we go, because we figure out life, aren't we?
We are.
We're going to be talking about everything from tips, tricks, dilemmas, social media, and even growing up, to deep conversations about culture, faith, and everything that makes us us.
Indeed.
And before we get into today's episode, we just want to say, we know it's been a while, guys. We are so sorry. We are so sorry.
But
it's been about it's been about 6 months, and we want to apologize for the inconsistency. Okay, life really did happen, and instead of forcing ourselves to show up when we weren't ready, we took a step back to grow, reset, and just deal with life. So if you're listening to this, thank you for staying and welcome back. Also, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yep, and a very delayed Happy 2026. This episode feels like the perfect way to step into a new year with honesty, reflection, and intention.
Exactly.
We made it to the end of season 1, guys. Oh my gosh. Woo! And honestly, it's been a journey. Today's episode is called What's Next? And we're using this time to breathe, reflect, give you a little life update, talk about the pause, and share what we want moving forward for ourselves and for this podcast.
Exactly.
So enough chatting, let's get into it. So we're first going to be talking about the break and entering 2026 and what that's been like. So me and Celie are going to get into why did we take a break, and it's going to be no pressure and no oversharing. So Celie, on your side, why did we take a break?
Well, obviously, because we're in college and stuff, we've got exams and stuff coming up, and it's a lot of even coursework and stuff.
Yeah,
it requires a lot of attention. So our attention went towards our education, and we had to take a pause on our podcast, obviously, because education does come first. And that's basically what it was.
Yeah, on my side, I think we took a break because not only did we need time to actually focus on what's going on in real life, but to focus on ourselves in general.
Exactly.
And I feel like as young girls, not only are we trying to upkeep with this podcast, but we are trying to also make sure that we put our education first, our health first, we put our Christian life first. We're trying to make sure that we're keeping on top of things. And obviously, sometimes you do need to say to yourself, it's time to take a break, it's time to sit down, it's time to relax, because we're not always going to have time to put the podcast first. We always need to put ourselves first. So that's the main reason as to why we did that.
Exactly.
But let's get into 2026. So we started off 2026 with a different mindset. And so I kind of want us to get into, how did this break actually help us, even if it didn't feel like it was a good time?
So obviously we've discussed a lot of about the podcast, a lot behind the scenes. We've discussed a lot about what we want to do next, how we're gonna improve it, what we're just talking about a lot of content behind the scenes, and what we wanna show to you guys, and also get out there.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely agree with that as well. And I think this break is kind of helping us to prepare us for what is to come next with the podcast. Exactly. Not only that, but how we want to develop this podcast to potentially become something big and something that we do take seriously. Not that we aren't taking it seriously, but become more serious, rather than taking those every 6 months break, every year break, every week's break. We want to make sure that we are giving you guys that consistency, because a lot of you guys have been coming up to us and be like, when's the podcast coming back? When's the podcast coming back? So here you go, guys. Here is your app.
Yes.
But we're now going to get into our actual life update personally. So we're going to get into how life looks different compared to the start of season 1. So before we even started the podcast and started season 1, how was life looking like for you? If you can recall.
I feel like during season 1, from the first episode to now, I've grown a lot as a person. Like, I'd say my faith and stuff. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a while since we've uploaded. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while. We might even look unrecognizable, but anyways, guys, it's still up.
We're still up. But for me as well, I think not only my Christian life as well, I think focusing more on my mental health side of things as well, because I feel like it's also in the mindset, so I think my mindset and all those sorts of things, our education, I think when we put our mind towards something, we're always focusing on that. So that's kind of been how my life has changed before the start of season 1, and I think my growth as well. Like, I feel like this podcast is helping me to grow as a person and things like that.
I feel like it is really important to grow as a person because you're upgrading yourself and also your mindset, and it is really good that you focus on yourself. And
100%. Is there anything that you've outgrown since season 1?
I'm trying to become more slow to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I used to like just say a lot of stuff, like just say what comes to my mind, but you have to be slow to speak. You can't just say, you have to think before you speak, to be honest. I've been trying to do a lot of that because it's not nice just blurting out things like that. It could hurt people's feelings, and it takes a toll on you as well, because it's not nice hurting people's feelings. But I think being slow to speak, not just like towards other people, but like about myself as well. Because there's times, but definitely that for me.
I think for me as well, something that I've outgrown is talking too much, because I feel like if you talk too much, it's not gonna get you very far. But it's like if I tell somebody too much of what's going on in my life, they could potentially use that against me.
Very
so
true,
I've learned to not talk so much. And I feel like that's something I am still learning, but I've outgrown it. Because I'm trying to keep more quiet. Like when I'm telling somebody something or we're having a deep conversation, I keep what I say very limited. I only tell my close things to the people that I'm close with, because I know that they're not going to go around and say it to anybody. They're going to keep their cards very close to their chest, as I do myself. But what are you still figuring out with your life at the moment?
Probably I'm procrastinating, I'll say.
Okay.
I'm a really organized person, right? But sometimes I leave things till later, and then when it comes to like actually doing it at that time, I'm just like, do I really want to do it and stuff? So then it's just a whole like cycle and like a loop. So I feel like procrastinating, definitely I need to work on doing things straight away, like assignments and stuff, like doing it straight away instead of leaving it, which I have been doing. I think I have like bettered it in a way, but I feel like I could do better with it 100%. What about you?
For me, I think it's balancing work and social life. I think that's something I'm still figuring out, because it's like as soon as you step into college and as soon as you step into the world of work, it's like you have no time for anything else. Like it's hard to go meet up with your friends, it's hard to do that sort of thing. So I think I've kind of learned that I need to be able to find that balance, because if I just make my life college and work, it's gonna really mess me up in my head. So I need to be able to find that balance of social life as well. So I think that's something that I'm still figuring out.
That's good.
But what's one thing about your life now that feels more you than before?
It feels more me. Can't lie, that's a really difficult question. I don't know.
I think for me, now what feels more me is that now I found a goal in my head, and I'm working on it. So it's like I have an idea in my head, I'm doing it. That's something that feels more me now, because I'm actually doing that. Because before I'd be like, oh yeah, I have this idea, but then I'll just research it. But now I'm like, yeah, I have this idea, now I'm doing it. Let's get into the next section, which is 2026 goals and resolutions. So what is one of your podcast goals for 2026?
Okay, I'd say being consistent, uploading more content, and improving our setup, I'd say.
Yeah,
100%.
I definitely agree with that. I think one of my podcast goals is for us to get good equipment and for us to improve our space. I feel like we don't want to maneuver in just one space. We want to be able to go to lots of different locations until we find the fitted space and perfect space where we can product and have that amazing space where we can have a good environment, where we can record in good environments as well.
I also feel like it's good to find, like, by the end of this year, we'll be able to find our own space. We'll be able to make it to our
abilities.
Our abilities and our needs, and have the setup that we want and stuff like that. So hopefully, God willing, by the end of this year, we will have our own setup and our own space, our own dedicated space for the Black Girl podcast.
Amazing. So, what kind of podcast do you want to see for the Black Girl space in 2026?
I'd say talking more about like the deeper things with faith and stuff, like opening up about faith and the stuff that people don't really talk about in church. And also we could be like also talking about our experiences, and it could help other people. I'd say that.
Nice.
What about you?
For what kind of podcast? I kind of want it to be a podcast where we can keep sharing our life experiences, and I want us to be able to inspire other people, because I feel like the main reason why we started this podcast is because there's no other Black girls who are our age who are doing a podcast like this and sharing their experiences, who are being real, who are, sharing what's going on in the world. And I feel like because there is no one who is doing that, we want to be able to make the change to that. And I feel like it kind of relates to what kind of podcast we want to create, because we want to be able to share our experiences, talk about life situations, be able to bring that real life experience to you guys and tell you guys not to do what we've done. Now we're going to get into education and personal goals. So, what is it like for you balancing your education with your dreams?
I'd say it's actually going pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like with my education, I feel like I know where I'm headed towards. I've got an idea of what I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah.
And I do feel like the courses and stuff that I'm doing now they do revolve around the future career that I want to pursue in. I feel like I'm doing well.
Nice.
What about you?
I think balancing my education with my dreams, I think it is a bit of a difficulty at the moment, only because what I want to do is what I want to do, but then I have other things that I want to do but I can't do. So it's like trying to find that balance which can come together, and then I kind of know. But I think at the moment I'm slowly getting there, but my goals and my dreams are going to change. That's what I know. But how do you feel about trusting yourself more? Is that something that you're struggling with, or do you think you're managing that well, or how's that going for you? I think
I do trust myself. Okay. Like, I do trust my judgment and stuff. I feel like when I'm trying to make a decision, I am the first person, apart from God, that I would go to, or like, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I would start with myself first instead of going and asking other people, because obviously it's me. I would trust my judgment and stuff.
100%.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I am definitely trusting myself more. I think we should have worded it a bit differently, because we should have put in a perspective of not looking after yourself more, but like putting yourself first, essentially. I think that's the other way that we should have worded it. But essentially, if we mix both together, I think I am definitely putting myself first, 100%, because I feel like it's very important to do that. And I feel like when you don't do that, it puts you in a very difficult position. So I think I'm definitely putting myself more, like, taking myself out, and when it comes to decisions, I always think about me. thinking before I speak, you know, how it's not only going to affect the other person, but how it's going to affect me in general.
Yeah.
How certain things portrayed me, how they make me look.
That's very
like,
true.
you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like the same thing with me as well, because before I used to put other people first. I used to always think about if like a certain situation would hurt someone else instead of me, I would always put myself last. But I feel like now, like this year and last year, I've really been starting to put myself first, 100%.
100%.
Yeah,
Love that.
I feel like it's really important because, you know, it's your life. You should well, live it the way you want, but obviously make good judgments. You know what I mean? But also do be like a bit like aware of people around you, but also do think about yourself. I feel like you should put yourself first in situations. But yeah, I feel like people are like afraid to put themselves first, but I feel like it's
it really is important that you do. What's one goal English? What's one goal we're focusing on this year, even if it's small? Even me, I'm thinking.
That's probably a lot for me, actually. One goal.
Okay, I know what my goal is.
You go ahead then.
Save him.
Yes.
Because when I tell you, this world, I know we've already done an ep on it, but this world, when it comes to charging people and prices,
insane.
It's not too good. It's not good at all.
It's not.
It actually just messes with my brain. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to save this year. I'm trying to be independent. I'm trying to be financially stable. I'm trying to get that bag. You get what I'm saying? I think saving is just something that everybody needs to do.
Yeah, saving is really important. Yeah, I feel like I should do the same as well. I think I have been, but I feel like I should do it more.
Yeah, that's
saving
what I'm saying.
Is like really
Consistency.
Important. Yeah, because you never know. Like saving is actually really important because it could help you in a time of need. Like you never know when you need it.
Yeah.
And if you do have savings, it could really be beneficial towards you when you do need it. But
100%.
I'd say a goal for me is probably not thinking too much about what people think about me.
Ooh,
probably a good goal
because
good. I feel like sometimes I'm a bit too aware. You know what I mean? Like too self-aware. Like not self-aware, like too aware of what other people think. Like sometimes I feel like I do overthink. I don't mean to, but like I would love to like reduce it and like you know what I mean, like just again it's about like putting yourself first and not really because I've always put other people first before me. So like 100%. Definitely that stop caring all the time about what people think about me is what I would say.
Amazing. Now we're gonna get into growth, healing, and mental reset.
What would you say growth looks like to you right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Growth looks like to me, I think it's me being more mature.
Yeah.
I think that's what growth looks like for me, like being more mature, because age goes up and it doesn't go down. So I think we all need to remember that.
That's a very good way to put it, actually.
I'm trying to remember that I'm only getting older. I'm not getting any younger. So I think growth kind of looks like I'm building my steps up. You know, at the moment I'm only like on the 3rd step. Yeah. But I'm trying to get to the 1,000th step, you know? So I feel like that's what growth looks like for me. I'm just creeping in. I'm remembering that I'm more mature and I'm just building myself. Yeah.
For me, I'd say like setting goals for yourself is important. Like setting goals and achieving it, or like you said, building yourself up to achieving those goals. I feel like setting goals for yourself really disciplines you. It I feel like it stops procrastination, like we said before, and I'd say setting goals.
Amazing.
What's one or two things you've learned to be kinder towards yourself?
I think this is a great question for me because I started learning to do that last year, and I go on a solo date every week. That's what I do. Yeah. It helps with my mental health, and I think as someone who that doesn't try to rely on people. I think it's really good. And obviously I've always been an independent person. Like, I don't like big groups. I don't like doing things with people. I prefer doing things in small miniature groups, such as like how we are now, like in People Live 2 or People Live 3, or by myself. So I think solo dates was something that I always do, whether that's me going out to the restaurant, whether that's me going for a walk, whether that's me sitting down or reading a book or whatever it is. I always try to do a solo date every week.
That's really nice. I feel like for people who haven't done it, you should try it. Maybe
it's
something I would actually love to try,
because you learn so much more about yourself that you didn't think you knew. So
I would say like speaking life over yourself, very important. Don't be like going out there saying, oh my gosh, I'm chopped or whatever. Like, I don't think it's so good right now. Like, just like be nice to yourself. You know, it's not difficult. It may be difficult to be nice to others, but be nice to yourself. If you know how to be nice to yourself, you'll know how to be nice to others. You know what I mean?
100%.
But yeah. And how would you say you're currently like protecting your peace?
Oh, I'm currently protecting my peace by being more quiet, focusing on myself. I think the solo dates definitely help. I think it kind of not keeps me quiet, but avoids me from getting myself in certain situations and certain circumstances. So I think me being in small environments and keeping myself in my own bubble is protecting my peace.
I tend to I don't tell a lot of people about things going on in my life, because I feel like if you do, a lot of things can go wrong. My mum's always taught me that don't tell people what's going on in your life right now. And I'd also say like it sounds very harsh, but like cutting people off.
That's a big one.
It can really help. Like it kind of like takes a burden off your shoulders, you know what I mean? Not like calling people like burdens, but like in this case of like protecting your peace, it would like take something off your shoulder, take the weight off your shoulder, because you don't have to like, you know, have like bad people like surrounding you and stuff,
100%.
bringing negative energy, because that never helps. That will never protect your peace. Like, I feel like just watch who you're surrounding yourself with, and especially telling people things. Don't tell people things all the time, because it won't benefit you. Just, it's good to keep things to yourself and keep quiet.
I love that. I love
that. What's one habit or mindset you're trying to leave behind in 2025?
What's one habit or mindset? One habit that I'm trying to leave behind is not being inconsistent in the things that I do, such as content, such as this podcast, such as my YouTube. I'm trying not to be inconsistent, because I feel like once you're inconsistent, that can really not only affect the people that are watching, but it can affect you in general, because then it just makes you think, oh no, I'm just not going to do that anymore, that type of thing. So I'm trying to learn to not be inconsistent. That's a bad habit that I'm leaving.
I'd say like not thinking you have like so much time, like, you know, tomorrow's never promised, you know what I mean? So make sure you you use your day to your full advantage, I'd say.
I like that analogy.
Like, don't be lazy, don't be staying in bed being lazy. I'm still trying to work on that myself, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, using your day to your full potential, do as much as you can in that day, because you know tomorrow is never promised. But yeah, I'd say that's what I'm trying to currently focus on.
Perfect. So guys, unfortunately we are going to be wrapping up season 1 right here in this very place. But all I want to know, Suli, is how does it feel finishing your first season of the Black Girl Space?
You know what, it feels nice, because as much as I love this season, I'm excited to see what we've got next in store for people, and I'm excited to see how people will engage with what we've got next. I'm actually really excited. But yeah, what about you?
How does it feel finishing your first season? I think it feels like a big accomplishment, because obviously once we came up with the idea of starting this podcast, I was like, as much as this is a good idea, I don't know if we're gonna be consistent like that. Like, I don't even know, man. But now I'm just like, wow, like we're actually doing this. We're taking this seriously. Like we've actually put our minds to this, and we've said, you know what, we want to do this. We're doing it, you know. And no slacking in 2026. So stay tuned for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But guys, it's a warm and new year. So thank you guys so much for riding with us through the uploads, the pauses, and the growth. Yes. This space means more to us than you even know. As we step into 2026, we're choosing grace over pressure, progress over perfection, and honesty over pretending. Season 2 is coming, and is going to be even more intentional, even more real, and yes, more consistent. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay real. Bye, beautiful people.